Hi Sandhya, good morning.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
How are you?
I'm good, sir. Thank you. And what about you, sir?
I'm also good. Thank you for asking. Okay. So Sandhya, you have applied for a front-end developer role. So
Yes.
we'll start with your introduction.
Okay.
You can start your intro.
Okay, sir. Good morning, sir. First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity to introduce myself. I am Kale Sandhya Kishan Rao. I am from Nanded. I have completed Bachelor of Engineering in Mechanical Stream in 2019 from SRTM University, Nanded. And from last 6 months, I am working as an Angular developer. Yes.
Okay. Can you just tell me about your experience? How much experience do you have? What projects did you work?
Uh, From last 2 years, I am working I'm working on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And from last 6 months, I am working as Angular developer. And on CRUD application, I work.
Okay. Is there any project?
Sorry, sir.
Okay, fine. So can you just tell me about your hobbies?
My hobbies are cooking and listening music.
Okay. And how much do you rate yourself in UI and as well as JavaScript?
I would like to
Up
rate
to 5.
myself. I would like to rate myself 4 because I know that I am not perfect and there is always scope for learning.
Yes. Okay. So why do you rate yourself 4?
Uh, Sir, because there is many areas for improving myself. So,
No, means that is also a good thing that you rate yourself 4. Correct?
yes.
That is means you are very good at UI as well as JavaScript. So why do you think you have 4 out of 5?
Sorry, sir.
Okay. What is the difference between website and a web application?
Uh, website is a website is a page that whatever we see on we can interact with website like uh, like Flipkart. Web application is a page of
And web application?
web application is a means document or we can say page, and we cannot interact with web application.
Flipkart is a web application. Okay, you can study after the interview. Okay.
Yes, yes.
What is HTML?
HTML is a hypertext markup language, and it is creating for static web pages. Hypertext defines the links between the web pages, and markup language means whatever we can write inside tags that defines the structure of web page.
Okay. Is HTML is a programming language?
No, sorry, HTML is a markup language.
Okay. What are the differences between the previous versions of HTML and the new one? HTML5?
HTML5 is more semantic than HTML, and some new semantic elements are introduced in HTML5 like header, nav, footer, section, aside, article, table, form, etc. And some new multimedia tags are introduced in HTML5 like audio and video tags. Before HTML5, there is a slash player support. And, vector graphics is in HTML. Before HTML5, vector graphics is possible using some technologies like VML, Flash, etc. And in HTML5, vector graphics is additional part. HTML does not allow drag and drop effect. And HTML5 allows drag and drop effect. And in HTML4, it is not possible to draw shapes like rectangle, circle, etc. And in HTML5, it is possible to draw shapes like rectangle, circle. HTML5 gives us some APIs like fetch, geolocation, drag and drop, and web storage.
Okay. So can you tell me what is the difference between inline element and a block level element?
Yes, sir. Inline element always start on same line, and block level element start on new line. We cannot apply top to bottom margin to inline element, and we can apply margin to all directions to block element. Inline element, width of inline element is always equal to its content, and width of block level element is equal to its parent width. Examples of inline element are span, anchor tag, image, and examples of block level element are paragraph, div, UL, OL, etc.
Okay. What is an attribute?
What, sir?
What is an attribute?
Attribute gives some additional information of HTML element to the browser, and examples of attributes are source, target, title, alt, etc.
Okay. Okay. What is the difference between div and section tag?
Div section is used for making sections, different sections, and div is a block level element, and it is used for it is used for it is used in section, and exactly.
Okay. How many types of lists are there?
Can you repeat question, sir?
How many types of lists are there in HTML?
There are three types of list in HTML: unordered list, ordered list, and a description list.
What is the difference between ordered list and unordered list?
Ordered list is starting from its ordered list is in like in orderly manner, and it starts from that number, and unordered list is called bulleted list there or square.
Okay. Can we change the symbol of unordered list?
Yes, sir, we can change the symbol using
How?
type attribute.
Okay. How do you align list elements in HTML file?
Sir, question.
Yes. How do you align list elements in HTML file?
Means first we write UL or OL tag, and in that li tag.
How do you align that left side, right side?
Uh, by giving property text align.
Yes. Okay. What is a murky tag is used for?
No, sir.
Do you know iframe tag?
Yes, sir.
Why it is
I,
used?
iframe tag is used to display a web page inside another web page, and it takes a source attribute to give the path of web page which we want to embed.
Okay. Can we play a YouTube video in iframe tag?
Sorry, sir, no idea.
You can try. Do you know how to use iframe tag?
Mm.
So you can
Yes.
try with the YouTube link and play the video there.
Okay, sir, I will try.
Yes.
Sir, let me just copy the link.
Okay. You can share your screen.
Okay, sir.
Okay. When did you copy it? There is a iframe tag, and in that only you have the link. Okay.
Yes.
You have saw this, but I want to create this. Okay. Okay. Fine. Means my question was you have to create this by your own. Now you are
Okay, sir,
copying,
I
no?
was trying to copy the link. And
Yes. Okay, fine. Okay, you can study this after the interview. Okay, there
yes,
is already they have given the iframe tag, and in that just search you have the link. Correct?
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. If you use in HTML, it will work.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, you can stop the screen. Okay. So what is CSS?
CSS is cascading style sheet, and it is used to applying CSS to HTML elements used for styling.
Okay. And what is Z index?
Z index means if no, sir.
Yes.
No, sir, I forgot.
Okay. What is float?
Float is a property used to aligning or positioning the HTML elements either its left or right side of its container.
What is clear property and why it is used?
Clear property is used for the effect nullify the effect of float property. We use for that we use clear both property.
Okay. What is the difference between CSS and CSS3?
CSS3 gives some new modules like keyframe animation, 2D, 3D transformation, multiple backgrounds like background image, linear background, color formats like RGBA, HSL, HSLA, and CSS3 supports responsive web designs and media queries. That's
Okay. In how many ways we can apply CSS?
There are three ways to apply CSS: inline CSS, internal or embedded CSS, and external CSS. Inline CSS means a CSS which is written within the HTML element using style attribute is called inline CSS. Internal or embedded CSS means a CSS which is written within heads using style HTML element. And external CSS, a CSS which is written within an external file and attach it to the HTML page using link HTML element.
Okay. What are the advantages and disadvantages of using CSS?
Advantages of CSS are means it gives appearance to the web page. It makes web page to look good and yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you know any framework of CSS?
SAS,
SAS is not a framework. No?
Bootstrap, Bootstrap.
It's Bootstrap. Okay. And what is SAS?
SAS is synthetically awesome style sheet, and it reduces the repetition of CSS, and SAS is a preprocessor of CSS.
Okay. It is a preprocessor. Okay.
Yes.
Can you tell me why we should use SAS over CSS?
Sir, there are so many advantages like feature like SAS means we can store color or font size like as a variable, and SAS reduces the repetition of CSS. We can make partials of CSS and use it, import it in min CSS file.
What are the
We
features of
can
SAS?
features of SAS are nesting. We can nest. We can nesting. We can do nesting of CSS like and variables. We can store. We can store values in variables and use that in page. Mixing functions.
Okay. Okay. Um, why we use mixin?
If there are same CSS properties like some elements, then we can use it as mixing. We don't need to write same properties for that element. We just use their mixing. We can create mixings of that same property.
What is the difference between mixin and function?
Sorry, sir.
What means what is means like We write CSS, correct? Yes. Then is SAS is converted into CSS or SAS is separate preprocessor is separately executed.
We have to compile the code into CSS.
Means
Code into
what
CSS.
happens?
Question, sir.
Yes, means SAS is converted into CSS, correct?
Yes, sir.
Or not? Correct or not?
Yes, sir. It is correct. We have to compile it that into CSS.
It is transpile. Transpiler is used to convert it into CSS. Okay. What is nesting?
Nesting of CSS means we write CSS inside nested. If we have same class if we have to apply CSS to button, then common CSS we can write for button, and in that same we can use and symbol colon and then write another some different CSS in that name. CSS exact.
Okay, fine. Yes. What are partials?
Partials means we can create separate files for different components and import that partials in main CSS file.
Okay. What are modules? Do you know mixins? Oh, sorry, mixin is. What is inheritance?
Inheritance means all the properties and methods that are present in the parent object get to the its child, that is called inheritance.
Okay. What is @extend is used for?
@extend. No, sir.
Okay. What is responsive web design?
Responsive web design makes web pages according it's according to device width. It can adjust the elements.
Okay. How do we make responsive our website or a web page? How do we make it responsive? Yes.
Using media query.
Yes. And how do you use media query in CSS?
Means write @media screen and in that condition like minimum width or max width for it's
Yes.
for different devices like mobile, tab and
Yes.
desktop.
And what is that called?
What, sir?
Is the conditions that you use for separate mobiles and devices.
Breakpoints.
Breakpoints, correct. Okay, fine. What is JavaScript?
JavaScript is a lightweighted, interpreted and object-oriented programming language. It is used to make web pages interactive. And JavaScript is a case-sensitive language.
Okay. What is first-class function?
First-class function means we can store a function as a variable, as a value in variable.
What is hoisting?
Hoisting is the default behavior of JavaScript, in which all the declarations of the scope shifted to the top of the scope. and only declarations will shifted, not their value.
Okay. Okay. Fine. So what is the difference between push and pop method?
Pop method removes the last element from an array, and push method is used to add one or more elements at the last of an array.
It means at a time can we add 2 3 elements by using push?
Yes, sir.
How?
Sir, screen share.
No. Tell me just. Is push takes 2 3 arguments?
Yes, sir. It can take more
Okay,
than
you
one
can
argument.
share the screen.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, no, just open their uh, console in Chrome. Open console here. Here only open. Inspect. Open console. Clear this. Open in full width. Go there, right side. Right side. That 3 dots. Yes. Open in separate window. First option. First option first.
Yes.
Okay. Now take here one array. Yes. Now push at a time 2 3 elements. Now num. Type num there. Enter. Enter. Okay. Can we remove multiple elements at a time by using pop?
No, sir. It just remove last element.
Yes. Okay. Just remove the last. If I want to remove multiple elements at a time, what should I use?
We can use splice method.
Yes, we can use splice. Okay. What is a string?
A string is a sequence of characters, and it is a primitive data type.
What is an object?
Object is used to store multiple data or information in the form of key value pair.
How do we delete an object?
Object.
Yes.
We can assign empty object.
I want to delete it.
Keys or objects, sir.
Object.
Sorry, sir.
How do we delete a key?
Using delete keyword, delete object name dot key name.
Okay. And what is higher order functions?
Higher order function means a function which accepts another function as a parameter or argument. And some of the higher order functions are map, reduce, filter, for each.
Okay. Map reduce. For each.
Map, reduce, filter, and for each.
What is filter?
Filter method returns new array, and it is used when we have given condition.
And what is map?
Map method is used when we have to apply same functionality on each and every element, and it also returns a new array.
What is a spread operator?
Spread operator is used to spread the elements from array.
What is rest operator?
Rest operator is used to gather the elements.
Means means gather the elements. I didn't know.
Means we can gather it in one array, separated elements in one array.
Okay. Okay. So what is callback function?
Callback function, a function which is passed as a parameter or argument, or a function which is gets executed after something happens.
Okay. And what is closure?
Closure means we write child function inside a parent function, and when we call that parent function, it returns the child function definition, and when we call that child function, then it brings all the data from its parent function due to its lexical scope. That is called closure.
What is lexical scope then?
A lexical scope is the scope of parent.
And what is a IFI function?
If is immediately invoke function expression, it is the function which is called as soon as it declares.
Okay. And can you tell me why IFI function is means what is the advantage of using IFI function?
Um, if there are multiple pages, and we write same, means we declare the variable using same name, then for avoiding conflict of that variables, it is this is advantages of IFIS.
Okay. How do we submit a form?
Sir, can you repeat the question?
Yes. How do we submit a form?
Using submit event.
Using submit event, correct?
Yes.
Okay. What is event capturing and event bubbling?
No, sir.
Do you know what is call, apply, and bind?
Yes, sir. I have a little bit information about
Can you explain me by using example?
example. Okay. No, sir, sorry.
You can at least find. Okay, fine. So tell me, what is asynchronous JavaScript?
Asynchronous JavaScript means it executes code according to using asynchronous JavaScript. It executes multiple code at time.
Okay. Yes, you can. You can think and tell.
Yes. Means if we write code, then it JavaScript default behavior is synchronous. It executes line by line, and before getting data, suppose we getting data from database, and we have to display in UI. But due to synchronous behavior, before getting that data, it displays the UI. So we have to make it asynchronous. Before that displaying the data, we have to get the data from database. Then we make it asynchronous.
Okay. What are the solutions of that? What is the default behavior of JavaScript?
Default behavior of JavaScript is synchronous behavior.
And what happens means why we should use asynchronous JavaScript handling?
Yes,
Why it is needed?
for before executing another function, we have to execute first function. So,
Okay. So in how many ways we can handle the asynchronous behavior?
To handle asynchronous behavior, we use callback functions, promise, and async await.
Okay. What is promise then?
Promise is a JavaScript object, which is promise is a JavaScript object, and it gives some value in future. It accepts one callback function, and that callback function accepts two parameters, resolve and reject. And if our promise is fulfilled, then resolve function will call, and if promise is failed, then reject function will call. And there are two methods to consume that promise. If promise is resolved, then method will call, and if promise is rejected, then catch method will call. And benefits of promise are it improves code readability and better error handling.
Okay. What is chaining of promise?
Promise chaining is a concept by which we may initialize another promise inside our then method, and accordingly we may execute it. And for example, the input of the first asynchronous operation is used as for example, the output of the first asynchronous operation is used as input of the second one, and so on.
Can you explain me with the example when to use promise?
Uh,
You
example of
can,
promise, sir.
yes, you can use API call for that. Okay. Do you know API call? How to do API call?
Yes, sir. Uh,
Okay. I will
using
share
which,
you.
sir? Okay,
I
sir.
will. You can use XML HTTP request.
Okay, sir.
I will share you the link. Share you. You can call this and wait for some seconds. Okay. The data when it is coming, you can wait there for 10, 5, 10 seconds. And next function you have to call. Okay, first you call the API. I will tell you.
Using XML HTTP request, sir.
Yes. Okay. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. You can store that data in some variable. That response.
Okay.
Take one variable. Global variable in browser. Okay. Okay. You can take. You can take. Yes. You can take. Here data equals to. Okay. Now you call one function here. at the next line. Enter. Create one function, get data. Okay. And call it there at the 15 number line.
This function, sir.
This function, yes. Call this. Okay. And pass the data from here. And console the data at that function. Console here. Console.log. Open this. No. In function, in get data function. We get the error. Can you tell me why is that error?
Yes, sir. Let me just check. Here, sir.
Yes.
Because here data is in different scope, sir. So
So you
can
have
be-
passed there. You have passed the get data, no? There
yes.
at 15 number line, but you didn't use that 23 number line when you are calling.
Mm. Okay, sir. Just
Copy that and paste that 23 number line. 23. No. At 23, you have called and passed one argument, no? Yes, here data. Okay. Now you will get the data. Okay.
yes.
Now you have to do is what you have to do is at 15 number line.
Yes.
Oh, sorry, at take data equals to empty at 13 number line. Data equals to empty array. Let data equals to let data equals to empty array. Okay. And remove this let. Okay. And this is you have to do in set timeout. 15 number line. Take one set timeout here. Enter. Callback function. Okay. Now take that 18 number line inside that. Okay. And at 17 number line, give some time. Okay. Now console will not get the data. Will get the empty data. Save. Okay. And check.
Yes, sir, empty.
Why it is empty? Can you tell me what is happening here?
Yes, sir, just let me think.
No, you have the data. In that you have the data. That is correct. You wrote the code correctly, but what is happening here, that you have to tell me why the data is not getting in get data function.
Sorry, sir.
Here is the asynchronous JavaScript. This is the example of asynchronous because
Yes, sir. Due to set timeout, it takes time, and JavaScript don't wait for this execution, and it
yes,
will goes to another line. So
yes, and that time the data will be empty.
yes,
Okay,
sir.
when it is okay. For solving this, you can use one is callback function, correct?
Yes, sir.
And another is promise. So how will you use promise here? That is your problem, and that you have to solve. You have to use promise here and make it asynchronous handling. We need the data at line number 38.
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, I will give you another question. You have to take one array and take some duplicate numbers in that, and you have to remove the duplicates from that array. Okay, so here 1 and 2, 4 are repeated. So you have to remove the repeated elements. Okay, only one element. If one is there, no another time one will be there. Okay, like that.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes. You can show the output.
Yes,
Okay, you have created a set.
yes.
Okay. Okay, fine. Okay. So Sandhya, we are done with your interview. So do you have any questions for me?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine then. Bye.
Bye.